guess. What's the motherfucking deal, man? I was fucking around saying some stuff, and I really didn't say anything. I was just looking like I was saying something. All right. Anyway, first off, welcome to the den. My name is Ed Hunter. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We do, but we don't. But we do. We don't. But we don't. But we do. So anyway, let me get a couple of things set up here in the background that I forgot to do prior to. But again, welcome to the den. If you're not familiar with the den is the best conversation on the entire internet. You can search high and low. You won't find a better show. And the reason why is because the wonderful people who make this conversation what it is, and I mean you, those of you who are watching, those of you who are in the chat. Well, the people who are watching, y'all don't count. Now, if you're just watching, you're not participating, you don't count, right? You don't count at all because you're not contributing to the conversation. But you're watching, so brownie points for you. But this is a participation grade. You know, I don't have them. I remember the old grade. Some of y'all too young to remember them old. Some of y'all are from the age where everything's been input in the computer, so y'all don't know shit. But if you're from the old school when they used to have the big fucking grade books with the little green and white in them, then they're trying to fucking mark that shit. No, your handwriting don't look like the teacher handwriting. And they're fucking it up. But there's that. I'm looking for something. Yeah, give me just a moment. I should have did this prior to, but I didn't. So here we are. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about Black culture. But before we do, we're going to see who's joining us this evening. Looking for something. Change this up a little bit so it's a little different. I'm looking for just a second. And oh, okay. All right, let me fix this real quick. What is today? Today is the 25th. All right. So anyway, but like I said, we're gonna talk about Black culture. What is Black culture? Is there really a thing as Black? When I say Black, again, when I say Black, I mean American, Black American, right? Because Black Americans, for some reason, we exclude, or there's some rule. I didn't get the book, but for some reason, we exclude any other kind of Black. Any other kind of Black is not Black, or dark skin is not Black. It's only Black Americans are Black, right? That's where we are. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's deep dive. Let's see who we have joining us, and then I'll kind of get into the points I really want to make here. All right. HT Jason, aka the artist formerly known as Dr. Rabbit. Miss Bell, the lovely Miss Bell, joining us this evening. It's all an illusion. Yeah, I might start selling bean pies. Oh, Big M, I expect better. Unbeaten, what's the motherfucking deal? 335, peace. Jared Key, what's the motherfucking deal? And I'm loving it. All right, if I missed you, I ain't dish you, I promise. Let's talk about it. So, what is Black culture, right? That's the key to this whole thing. This whole conversation is we have to determine the definition of Black culture. What is culture? Culture is generally, I guess, in my not Webster's dictionary definition, culture is the fashion, the dancing, the history, the traits of a certain group of individuals anywhere in the world, I guess. We can talk about, containing to certain demographics. We can talk about races, nationalities. We can talk about locations, whatever, right? I think there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. But Michelle's here. There's that. So Lise, what's the motherfucking deal? Kenneth, what's the motherfucking deal? But I'm specifically talking about Black culture for a reason, not because Maria G is going to come in and say, "This is a black show. This is a black show. This is a black channel for black people." Y'all remember that shit? I got to remember what episode the breakup was. I want to watch that again. But anyway, so let's talk about it. What is culture, right? And we say, this the generally the things that are associated with a group of people, right? Um, but black Americans, supposed to be descendants of African nations, various ones captured and brought across the ocean to America, the great slave trade. And now we're here in this foreign land. The languages get mixed up and the ideologies get mixed up and people get transferred and transplanted and all kind of confusion. People are speaking a foreign language. A few hundred years go by, right? Do you lose that culture that you brought with you here? You know, because you haven't had that connection with it in so long? Was it so many different cultures that you could not assimilate into to one, right? There's a lot of blending, a lot of things that happen. I don't know the answers, and this is why we're talking about it. So, but what you do have is now. Now you have what people love to call the culture, right? What people love to call the culture. And I can't define this. We're going to play a game. To you, not what culture means, not culture in the definition of the dictionary, but culture. The culture. When they say do it for the culture, I've seen the NFL they're trying to get the Mexicans too. They're trying to get y'all too, to my Hispanic brethren. See, they use the niggas as the as the blueprint. And all right, it worked on the niggas. Let's see if we can get the Hispanics, then we'll get the Asians somehow, some way. We'll get them eventually. But por la cultura. Have y'all seen that? The NFL commercials now? That's so odd to me. Really, really. It's really, really weird to me, right? But now, let's say you fast forward. There was a time when black, you could be proud of being black in America. We talk about the trials and tribulations and things that happen. But somewhere along the way, we can talk about crack. We can talk about drugs. We can talk about all these things, right? It doesn't really matter. This how we got here. We are here, right? What the fuck is this? If y'all know, y'all know. You probably can't hear it, but if you know, you know. Mm, mm, mm. Disappointment. Clink, clink, clink. Anyway, the lovely Miss Sarah joining us. How are you doing this evening, Miss Sarah? So here now, we talk about for the culture. I would like to know what you think that means, right? Like, tell me what you think that means for the culture. When you hear that statement, for the culture, what does that mean to you? Because I've heard niggas say this time and time again. But then when I say, well, what does that mean? What is for the culture mean? Whose culture? What's the culture? Right? Is the culture shoes, dancing? Like, what is the historical significance of these things? Right? Anyway, I say all this to say, and that unfortunately, I guess me and First Name will be agreeing on something this evening. But there is no black culture in America. You've heard me say this before, so it's not a surprise to many of you that I'm saying this, right? And I know you're like, hey, Ocho, chill out with the gum, man. All right, I got you. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. I respect it. I respect it. I didn't throw the gum. That would be disgusting. But so there is no culture, right? And I'm explaining why. Because everything that's considered black culture is simply commercialized bullshit. Everything that you hear is quote unquote black culture ends up on some mainstream commercial a couple of years later, right? The dances end up on Fortnite or all of these things that's supposed to be quote unquote for the culture. But if everybody's doing it, is it really black culture? Is it urban culture? Does urban only entail black, right? Because the same ones who say for the culture even though we have no culture. Everything's for sale. Get mad when others come in. They take that from the culture and capitalize on it, make some money off it, which I ain't mad at that. This is the day and age in which we live in. Make you some fucking money. Then we get mad because they get mad because they don't capitalize on whatever it is they, had. And then it's all of a sudden it's cultural appropriation, right? Well, we'll figure it out. So, yeah, all you Mexicans. But again, so as we have, yeah, I got to pardon me because I am multitasking. Again, those of you who know, you know. If you don't, you'll know in a few minutes. But again, like I said, we live in this society where everything that is quote unquote black, it becomes trendy and it gets played out. And the niggas who swears their culture don't benefit from it, right? If anything, they get more and more degraded by it. So, which I'm going to show you a video here in just a second because this is the video that had me thinking, right? You have a lot of black folks say, "Oh, we're so creative, we're so talented, we're so this," but you have a lot of black folks who take credit for other black inventions, creations, whatever, right? And if you do that with any culture, then any culture will say, "Oh, we're so creative, we do this and we do that," because we're taking credit for everybody who's loosely associated with being black, being this, being that, whatever. And again, if you don't like what I'm saying, the lines will be open shortly, and you can feel free to call in and debate what I'm saying. But I was much bigger. When the last time I wore the shirt, I was probably 20 pounds heavier than what I am now. I can feel the difference. But I'm saying all this because there is none, right? There is none. The shit that we feed ourselves, things that are considered cultural, they build, they uplift, they contribute, they have meaning, there's a history. Cultural dances, like back in the day, right? They had a history, they meant something. Now, you got black women trying to tell you that twerking is empowerment to black American women. No history behind it, no sense behind it. Just you shaking your fucking ass with barely any clothes on, hoping for, excuse me, attention. Um, Excuse me. But they'll tell you that this is cultural, this is ethnic. So overly sexualizing ourselves. Uh, we promote gang culture over anything, right? And I'm not against gangs. Like I'm not against rap. I'm not against those rappers. You do what the fuck you do. But when you're in part of a group who promotes that more than anything else, when rappers and drug dealers get more credit than educators, business owners, people who are actually bringing stuff back to the society, people who are actually bringing culture to the side, people are actually doing things that are positive. We glorify the trashiest shit. We promote the sexy reds of the world. Only us. What other culture do you see something the equivalent of sexy red being promoted in such a fashion? Right? And so when I was just saying that, we talk about how creative we are, how unique. No, we're a bunch of followers, right? One nigga does something, every other nigga follows what they do. A rapper says, "I'm rocking Bucci Fucci jeans." Everybody and their mama going by Bucci Fucci's tomorrow, right? And no, I don't know. There's not a Bucci. There might be a Bucci Fucci. Who knows these days, right? I don't know anything. I'm so out the loop. I might have just made a new trend. So any niggas gonna rock Bucci Fucci because Lil Dope Fiend J Tweezy, whatever the rap nigga name is doing it, right? And like I said, we live in a culture of drugs, and I like drugs, right? Drugs are cool with me in moderation, depending certain ones. So I'm not saying this to be hypocritical, but drugs shouldn't be your culture, right? But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show y'all a video. And this video, I don't like using the word triggered, but it was definitely very frustrating to watch this. And you're going to say, "Oh, Archer, this is just it's innocent. It's not a big deal." I'm going to break down to you why this is a big deal. Why this video I'm going to show you, it's a huge deal, actually, right? And some of you are going to agree, and some of you are going to disagree. I'm going to play it, right? I'm going to play it, and I'm going to wait about 30 seconds after I play. I might let it play twice. It's very short. And I'm going to wait about 30 seconds or so after I play it to let y'all take it in. Because I'm going to propose something, a question, a couple of more questions. And some of y'all aren't going to like me by the end of this stream. Some of y'all are going to agree. Some of y'all are going to disagree. Some of y'all probably ain't like me before the stream, but I don't really give a shit. But just check it out. And I want to know what you think. I just mentioned Sexy Red, right? And we all know she has a song called Ski Yee, which was stolen. Ski Yee was shit that me and the rest of the Cougar Boys was doing back in 2003. So all you new motherfuckers is lame as shit. Y'all ain't done nothing you knew ever. Like since 2010, nothing new has been done. So like I feel sorry for these new kids. They think they doing cool. They're wearing, remember back in the day, niggas used to cut the side of their fucking jeans. They doing that old shit again. They trying to sell clothes like that, put the little patch in them. They fucking trying to bring back Jinkos. They bringing back the Big Show. They trying to do all that old shit like it's new cool shit. This shit we've been doing. Yeah, I niggas is lame. But anyway, Ski Yee. Listen to this. Let's talk about it. And I want y'all to just let me know what you think. I'm gonna play it twice. I'm gonna let y'all type. I'm gonna give y'all about 30 seconds. And actually I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna go get me a glass. I'm gonna take me 2 shots because I got a lot of shit. I got some shit to talk about tonight. I might go off track. I might rant for about 2 hours, but we'll see. I'm gonna let this play. And like I said, just yeah. When you see me, tell you gotta say what's up. Hey, wanna be on my roster, but it's all good. Hey, we be living, learning, and we turn it up. Hey, welcome to your desk, hold it up. Hey, when I holler miss, hey, let me turn up. Hey, read it every day to get that scores up. Hey, on the way to success, it ain't no love. Hey, Thomas K, so it's up to the stuff. Hey, when you see me, tell you gotta say what's up. Hey, wanna be on my roster, but it's all good. Hey, we be living, learning, and we turn it up. Hey, welcome to your desk, hold it up. Hey, when I holler miss, hey, let me turn up. Hey, read it every day to get that scores up. Hey, on the way to success, it ain't no love. Hey, Thomas K, so it's up to the stuff. Hey, when you Oh, there we go. Pardon me. Thank you. Y'all supposed to be putting what y'all believe in there anyway, right? Y'all don't need to hear what I was saying. I was saying I'm acting like Broderick with my pinky up. But again, so we talk about the sexy reds. We talk about, some people say, oh, that's nothing. That's harmless. It's childish. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. I think I said that. Honcho HTX and Honcho HTX. Lady Licious is here, and I'm ready for a fight because she tried to call me out the other day. So I let her make it because she ain't been in here in a while, so I was being nice. But I'm on that ass tonight. But anyway, so you're saying ski, oh, it's harmless. It's just a way to get the kids involved in education. Do you think the kids care more about the fucking Ski Yee song or actually getting educated by the shit, right? And even if that's that one, that lets you know that teachers are tramp. Two, like, so what happens when they hear the real ski? Oh, that sounds like the fucking ABC song we received. ABC Ski Yee. And then now they listen to the real lyrics. Oh, skied up in the middle. Oh, this is not the ABCs. Oh, what song is this? This is not what our teacher tramp taught us. Like, and then they fucking on some weird shit now, right? You're influencing them to listen to that stupid shit. This is what happens. And who was the leader in that classroom? For 100 pistachios, who is the leader, aka the problem in that classroom? Right? Because we talk about the black community, and I'm finna start segueing, and this is where it's finna start getting ugly, and this is where the viewer count is about to drop. I'm finna start telling the truth that y'all don't want to fucking hear, right? And y'all get mad about when I say it, but nobody ever really can dispute it. Okay? Because who is at the forefront of black culture? Who runs black culture? This is the question we're asking. I actually wrote questions down and stuff beforehand. I don't know, right? So I asked, what is culture? What is black culture? And I misspelled culture in my notebook. But who controls black culture, right? Who runs the narrative, right? And I know what people are going to say. I know what a lot of people are going to say. Who runs the narrative behind black culture? Who runs the message behind black culture, right? Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting response. Okay. Okay. Got a very good text. I like that. That. I actually wasn't thinking with that angle, but that actually might be that's very accurate. All right. That's very accurate because that individual makes these children receptive to shit like that. Okay. Shout out to Unbeaten. I definitely agree. Jerry Key says white people. Kenneth says the black teacher. Do, 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 do. Why does the den turn into a small white child when he impersonates a child? Because if I had to impersonate a small black child, y'all would really not like the impersonation. You got games on your phone. Shout out to Illusion Say the 100% juice. Juicy Juice. The Juicy Juice runs the industry. Okay. 100% juice for 100% kids. The liberals. Um, Chocolate milk, what's the motherfucking deal? I'll tell you who does it. I'll tell you who runs the industry, really. Or who runs black culture. And somebody said it. It is black women. Hands down, by far and away, it's black women that run black culture. When you think about the most ratchet songs you've ever heard, right? Think about, maybe not the most ratchet songs you ever, think about Back That Ass Up. Who was that song made for? Who is that song made for? It's not black men, right? These overly sexualized songs. Niggas is not jamming that shit. Like, as much as I know the response that Back That Ass Up gets, ain't no nigga just riding around jamming Back That Ass Up, right? So people do these things to get responses from certain people, right? And the people that they want the responses from are the people that are going to buy the music or going to celebrate the music to perpetuate the music. Think about the worst songs that you've heard, like black songs that you've heard, especially recently. Most of them are by women, right? All the shit like the Sukis and the Sexies and the Icies and the whatever. It's like all the worst music you're hearing right now is being put out by women, right? To influence other women. Men aren't listening to it, but you know who else is listening to it? You know who else is listening to it? LBGT community. The LBGT community also listens to a lot of the same music that black women listens to, right? And it's a big demographic. A lot of that music that they're listening to and that they're celebrating, they ain't listening to. right? So don't tell nobody I said that. But anyway, and I'm not excusing the men because we got some bull shit as well, right? We got some bullshit. I'm not don't get it twisted. But there's a big difference in the music now, right? There's a big, huge difference. I'm not blaming all of this on them, like, but if this is the demographic you tend to cater to, so you have people who push a narrative. You have people who push an agenda. You say, well, it's those people, they run it. But the thing is now, music, especially, music is a huge influence, especially in black music is black culture because it's the rappers run rappers and singers and black people idolize them like no other. Right? That's the king. Who is it? Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's black royalty. You talk about Beyonce on the internet, they'll dox you, they'll find you, they'll lower your credit score, they'll shit on your restaurant. Like, you can't have an opinion on Beyonce other than she's the greatest thing walking the face of the earth, which I vehemently disagree with. Um, or they'll come and get you, right? But who listens to Beyonce, right? Motherfucking the dumbest people in the world are going to that fucking concert. Like, I don't give a fuck what your money like. I get it. If you're spending thousands of dollars on a concert, and is this her farewell tour? Is this the last time? This is just another fucking kid. Has she dropped a new album recently? I don't know nothing about the broad. Like, bitch, if you ain't bring me a new album, you just going on tour. Like, what the fuck going on? She might have. I think I heard somebody dropping a secret album or something. Anyway, who cares? I don't listen to fuck Beyonce. Anyway, um, but the music is catered towards them, right? But I'm not counting niggas out because right now what you have is you have the ability to make. I could drop an album tonight from my house. It could be the worst album you've ever heard, but I could do it. I could drop an album tonight and have it on Spotify in the fucking morning, right? And it could be pure D dumpster trash, but I can do it. Whether you choose to listen to it or not is on you. And this is where I start talking about, and me and Ken had a conversation today, kind of briefly on it, even though we were kind of on different sides of the argument, but because things can be presented to you, but you don't have to accept it. Appreciate the love, Professor Tree. Yeah, I'm trying to sell some people. That's y'all ain't see the link in the description. I got bean pies in the description. Just check the links in the description. Bean pies for sale. Honcho bean pies made with 100% refried pinto beans. They're delicious, handmade from scratch. Now, if I ever sell y'all bean pies, please unsubscribe immediately. If y'all catch me eating bean pies, unsubscribe immediately. But appreciate the love, Professor Trill. Um, but like I say, it's I need to shave. That's what I need to do. I forgot to do that. But it's a situation. I'm not just blaming women because now niggas can put out the most trash ever, right? I'm blaming all of us because let me come back to it. Because niggas can put bullshit out, but we don't have to listen to it. But what happens is it gets pushed, or people find that they like. That's the same thing. It started out as a joke, right? You just joke. You heard this bitch said a pussy pig and booty hole, bro. This bitch trash. And now motherfuckers singing it. I seen a football team. I told you about the football team of young men. After a game celebration, cheering, going crazy to fucking Pound Town, right? Dog, I'd kick all them niggas off. I'd be out there lining up one deep. You niggas can't play football with me, bro. You niggas can't line up. I'm not getting in the trenches with you, bro. Like, you talking about some motherfucking powder. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna look at you very, very questionably. Right? But it is what it is. It's a new and different generation. This is the generation of the kids where they're overwhelmingly raised by and influenced by those. And so they act like those. They respond to situations like those. They listen to music like those. But going back to that thing, the video. Am I opposed to using rap to educate? No. But come up with your own fucking little song. Come up with your own little diddly, your own little medley. Make it catchy for the kids and fucking do that. But when you base it off some bullshit, like a bullshit ass track, like it would be this be talking. They don't even make radio edits no more, right? So it's not like the kids just get the radio edit. Like get the fuck out of here, right? So it's very frustrating. But do y'all miss the recorded videos? Because I think I'm going to do a recorded video after the stream because there is something that has been going on. Like I love you black women, I do. Y'all make me fucking sick. Like I do. And again, if it don't apply, let it fly. Come on, goddamn. Because the thing I hate about when I have to say certain shit like this, y'all know we're speaking general. Let me do the caveat. I forgot. I need to make that screen tonight. It's the generalizations. We know not everybody supports everything that is associated with whatever stereotype. Okay, cool. We got that shit out the way. But you black women are making me sick because y'all don't check yourselves, right? You don't check yourselves. And when I say check yourselves, I mean your sister, your auntie, your cousin, even your mama. Y'all don't check your fucking selves. And y'all get out and y'all do the stupidest shit. And then you sit here and wonder, well, we're the most hated because we're black women. No, it's because you do dumb shit and you don't really. Some of you realize how dumb it is. And y'all try to say shit and then y'all get backlash. And I think the women, you know what? I honestly think the black women who do say shit are just tired of getting the backlash. That's what we need to call it. Backlash. Anytime you say something about black people, you get backlash, right? So, but some of y'all bitches is fucking stupid. That bitch is fucking dumb, and it gives me a headache. And I know y'all gonna get upset, and I don't care because there's no light way of putting this shit. Like, and if you know I'm not talking about you, then just shut up, please. Some of these black women these days, they're insatiable. They're fucking stupid. They don't date them. Don't have sex with them. Don't congregate with them. Don't associate with them. Don't speak to them. They're useless, right? Black bitches are now mad. I mean, infuriated that I'll just show it to you. I'll just show it to you. Do y'all know why the black women are mad? Like, I'm gonna see if somebody put it in the chat. Like, have y'all seen? Do y'all know why the black women are mad? Like, have y'all seen the latest reason in the last 2-3 days why black women are pissed off now? Like, I wonder if anybody else knows. 'Cause I'm finna share it with you. It's the dumbest shit. Like, but it's the dumbest shit. It's the dumbest shit in the world. You might be right, Heidi. Oh, I missed. You challenged me. Hold on. Hold Hold on, man. Who referred to it was me. All right, one second. Let me challenge Trill because he got away with a freebie. But but yeah, do y'all know what black women are mad about now? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Black women are now mad that a white man is dating a white woman. Can you believe this? Can you believe the ignorance in this? Black women are now upset that a black man is dating. I mean, a white man is dating a woman. Did y'all hear about this? Have y'all heard about it? This is Carlos Miller. A rich white man left a fine black woman for a white woman that's richer than him. That makes perfect sense to me. So I don't know what Carlos Miller's angle is, and I don't know if he's being facetious, if he's saying whatever. Again, you got them certain niggas, everything black has just got to be better. Well, fuck that bitch. Like, if you know football, if you've ever talked football, you watch football, and when what's the word? Not an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. An unstoppable force meets a very movable object. I mean, a big motherfucker is about to come down on a little motherfucker. They do something what's called making a business. No, Travis Kelce is white, but he was dating a black chick for a while, right? Travis Kelce. Now here he's cool dude, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, was dating a black chick, white zaddy. It's all good. And now black women are mad that he left a black woman who is of no value to him to get with Taylor Swift of all white, like not just a white woman, and not. I don't think Taylor Swift is attractive at all. Like not in the slightest. That you know, but of course they use the appropriate pictures to try to define and stuff, and like everything is psychological. Like you got to understand, everything that gets put out is put out for a certain reason. Everything is done a certain way. Certain pictures are selected for a certain way. But again, this black broad is not an asset to Travis Kelce in any way, form, or fashion, right? You know what I'm saying? Like in any way, form, or fashion. So a good fuck, but you can buy one of these bitches. Like Travis Kelce has BBL money. Like I'm pretty sure he has plenty of BBL. He probably yeah. Travis Kelce definitely has multiple side chick BBL money. It's not even a question, right? But why? 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 Right? Why? Well, you can't say too much about Taylor Swift trying to push out that moose knuckle or lack thereof. But again, why are we mad that a white man decided to get with a white woman? Taylor Swift versus I don't even know this chick's name. We don't even who knows this woman's name. Who knows the chick's name, right? Who knows? I don't. Don't give a fuck. Travis Kelsey's jersey sales went up 400 fucking percent yesterday after coming through with Taylor Swift. Travis Kelsey gained 300,000 more fucking followers on Instagram. What's the better fucking decision? One appearance with fucking Taylor Swift has been more beneficial to this man's career than however many years he's been dealing with this. Because I've heard he was with a black chick for a while now, so I don't know, whatever. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like anybody who's complaining about this, kiss my, but the black women are complaining. See, it's, I'm sorry, I'll say some of the stupidest shit. It's something like, yeah, motherfuckers try to find racism in anything. Oh, something that he really didn't like black women in the first place. It's like, the motherfucker got options. Like, just because y'all don't got no fucking options, don't mean men don't have options, right? Because people aren't interested in fucking with y'all because of the shit you do and say, the ignorant takes that so many black, especially younger black women, like black women under 30, dog, I don't care if you're under 30 as a man, like don't date. And really, you really rolling the dice under 35. You're rolling the dice under 40 at this point. But I'm just saying, like your odds slightly get better as you get higher. Get your passport, bro. Go do your thing. But it's like this is the ignorance we deal with. Like one, bitch, he ain't never been interested in you. Like I don't understand how people are so invested in other people's relationships. I just like to use these as talking points because this is the stupid shit people walk around thinking in their heads, right? There's a group of women out there who are upset that Travis Kelsey got with. You could look at it in any other angle. He left a black woman for a white woman. Niggas do that shit all the time. Shit happen every day, B. Like, and generally, y'all get mad at me if you want to. There's a reason. Generally, there's a reason. It's been very few times that I've encountered a black man that's just like, I only date white women because I love the purity of their skin or the straightness of their hair. It just does my dandy. You don't hear no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing and one thing only when niggas talk about dating chicks outside. It's not a physical feature thing. Sorry. Like, anyway, but like I said, so black women are mad that a star, a celebrity, got with another celebrity. He happened to be a bigger celebrity than he was. See, they only like it when women can come up off of men's fame, right? I'm all Team Kelsey, 100%. Like, shit, that's a win. Shit, what the fuck? I mean, there's nothing else to say. But again, like I say, you got people who are livid, who are angry, who are upset because just simply because she's white. Like the man don't have a choice. Like the man's not fucking white himself, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna save this for a whole stream to talk about tomorrow, but there's still plenty more I want to say on it, so we might do that. But that's part of black culture. I talk about the black women who run black culture because if you look online and you look at the shit, it's primarily the black Twitter, it's primarily black women. It's primarily the black alphabet community who is dominant in that space. Um, so that's who's persuading the culture, because then these companies, who do they talk like? That internet talk. They talk like um, black women on the internet. It's giving. You start seeing the company McDonald's. It's giving French fries. Like what the fuck? We've gone retarded for these people, right? So here we are. Uh, right. Again, yes, of course. We support white guys who can come to the cookout. Um, you say no different than Kanye stepping over a war because she got over Beyonce. Same difference. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can see that. Resident white woman, Lady Licious, or re-resident. Uh, oh yeah, I don't think she's an angel. I don't care about any of these people. I'm talking about the people who respond to these people. I'm not saying we all do, but it's just crazy, right? It's very crazy. Um, let's see. I couldn't tell you a Taylor Swift song like again. Uh, yeah. We know Big M. You're definitely anti-white women. But so I'm going to open up the lines. I know I've been talking for quite some time, right? I have been spewing my nonsense for quite some time. Um, we're talking black culture. I know Big M wants to call in and tell us everything he knows about black culture. It'll take him a whole 14 seconds. When we're talking about black culture, do you believe I'm wrong? Do you believe that there is a black culture? Is black culture a black American culture? Because I had to define black, because black folks, we don't like to. If you're from the islands, well, island people are like, they got like a temporary black face. They black when convenient. I'm not saying that they do that, but with black folks, they make island people black when convenient. And it's kind of like, I was black, I'm not black from Jamaica, Trini, real Trini Island boy. Some shit like that. The motherfucker built some other shit. I know bumba clots and all that weird shit. But they don't really classify themselves like other blacks. Niggas love to claim niggas or claim other darker skin cultures when it's a positive, but when it's bad, we definitely reject very quickly. Um, I say fuck them all. Give a damn what kind of black he is. I don't want your past. I don't want your brownies. You know what I mean? Any of that stuff. Like hanging out myself. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about it. Black culture. What do you think black culture is in America? Do you define black culture differently? Do you think that it should be different? I feel like there was another point I wanted to make. I guess I didn't write it down. But you think about it, right? Because I was talking about the African stuff, and you see how it changes because there's not really consistency in current black culture. I think there's things in Hispanic culture, there's things in white culture, there's things in Asian culture that have been consistent. In black culture, we have trendy things in the culture. Still the same premise. Shoes are always trendy, but they come and go. Clothes are always trendy, but they change. But that's with every society, right? But these are the things that our culture is based on the most frivolous stuff. But as far as foundations, there is none, right? There is no solid, none of that, right? There's nothing that I can say that I would identify as a black culture trait that no other culture has, and that's positive, right? It's very hard to find that and say that you see that in black Americans. And this ain't even a self-hate. This is just being truly honestly reflective, because most of the stuff that you would say, you could probably tie it in with American culture. There's a lot of things that were done. You can say, oh, well, in slavery, they had to eat the pigs and all, but that's not a positive. That's not a positive thing. It happens, right? But it's not necessarily a positive thing. We have a habit of, we took the positive, we took the negatives and made it a positive. That doesn't make it a good thing. We just found a way to survive off of it. Like I'm thinking, what is the positive? What is the association with black culture? Like I said, we talked about manufacturing. We talked about occupations that are associated with other cultures. There is none that is properly associated with blacks. Like what is the culture of black Americans? Right? It's commercialized clown crap. because everything that you think of, everything that you're going to say that you consider to be Black culture in America is commercialized. It's you know, it's somebody's making money off of it. It's not just a thing. And you say, well, they're doing that with all cultures. Yeah, but I think there are certain things that are in certain traditions that, you can't necessarily monetize, right? There are certain things certain cultures are going to have that, it's just innate. It's a part of that culture. And I can't speak on everything, and it's kind of vague for me to try to get into it without deviating what I'm saying. But um everything that I think of, as you look at it, it's commercialized. If not by, 100% juice for 100% kids, it's by our own folks. Like, we commercialize it. We can't even make the barbecue cool no more. We can't even go. We don't even do cookouts no more. Right? Black culture is the club. The fucking anything the rappers are doing. That's your culture. When you promote your music runs Black culture. Music runs the movies. Music runs everything. This is crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna open up the line here and get them done spewing my spews. Right. Oh shit. Pardon me. I obviously have missed something here. I covered that up. Oh, my boy! Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man. Hold on, let me bring that back. I know. I think I could. Let me pull that up because I missed it. I had my my Taylor Swift rage going on. My hate for the white lady. I guess you would. I don't understand it though. Like, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I talk a lot of shit about niggas because I feel like we could do better. It's constructive criticism, if you want to call it. But I don't necessarily have hate in my heart. I don't. I don't think I care that much in mass, honestly, to have um, that level of hate. It's just very bothersome though, because it is what it is. That people don't see it. You say shout out to Prince Ruckus of Wakunda. Say I would usually would call in, but what more could I say that I haven't already? Um, can we how do you replay that? Let me replay it. Son of a gun. Maybe it'll do it over here. But Shaolin Fantastic. Man, I was talking about you the other day, my brother. Good to fucking see you. Now Broderick's here. Boo. Y'all the funny nigga. What's the motherfucking deal? Eastside Herald in this. Oh, it's a party in this motherfucker. But yeah, so like I say, what is Black culture? So I'm gonna open up the line. We're gonna take some calls. I really want to know what Miss Bell thinks Black culture is this evening. That's the call I'm most looking forward to, because I think Miss Bell has been in the den long enough to give us an accurate, right, as to what Black culture means. If not to the rest of us, at least I would like to know what it means to her. Shout out to all you lovely people. I'm gonna start stealing some pistachios in just a second. Oh man, I'm telling y'all, man. When I see folks I haven't seen in a minute, it really does truly feel good, because I appreciate each and every. If I've ever had a conversation with you, I promise I truly do appreciate you. Whether it be a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, I do value, because I think time I talk about often. Time is extremely valuable, so I value the fact that y'all take the time to kick with me, chop it up with me, whatever it may be. Because you can spend that time anywhere. You can spend that time with anybody, and you don't owe me that. And the fact that that y'all are willing to take those times out and have conversations with me, speak to me about things I sometimes I don't be knowing, and I appreciate that. I really do highly value that. So thank each and every one of you that I've had the opportunity to have some sort of discussion with. We've talked about all kind of stuff. So we talked about. I put in the Discord. We talked about doing a Tubi night, a watch party in the Discord. How do y'all feel about Tubi Tuesdays? All right, I'll drop that in the thing, and I'm gonna put the number up in just a second. We put the that's the old second. Cleaned all that stuff out. But yeah, so we talking about watching bad movies in the Discord on like one night a week. Because weekends is, I don't know, people do stuff, so that might not be ideal. I would think maybe like one night during the week. But I know that we get out the stream kind of late, so say like at 11, and then we start watching the movie. Might be an hour to an hour and a half. Some folks gonna tap out, so maybe we do a. I'm trying to think, maybe a night we don't stream, or maybe do an earlier stream that night, or cut the stream a little short. Maybe just do an hour stream, and we'll get in the Discord. Everybody get their popcorn, their drinks, and we'll find the worst movie we can find on Tubi and watch it together. All right, so like I said, let me put the number up. About okay, not bad. About 832-464-4555. The number is 832-464-4555. If you would like to call into the Denline, speak with me about Black culture tonight. What is your opinion of Black culture? It doesn't matter if you're Black or white. Come on, yeah. Anyway, everybody's opinion is welcome in the den. Whatever you may think as an outsider of the Black culture, or you might, be like Lady Listens and infiltrated your way in. But as a person on the outside looking in, what do you think? What do you view Black culture like? That's why these opinions matter. Change the ringer off. I was doing good with the ringer off. All right. No, hold on one second. Let me fix all this. This is terrible. Fix that. Yeah, fix that. Hold on. Okay. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Belle, and actually, I probably wouldn't have called in tonight.
Why? Why not?
I don't want somebody thinking I'm doing cultural appropriation.
I don't think this is so much cultural appropriation as much as it's cultural examination.
From my experience, I think it's what's passed down from generation to generation, and it's kind of evolved with each generation.
Evolved. Okay. So, what in Black culture has evolved, in your opinion, from generation to generation?
It went from
Crack tamale?
I'm not even sure because there's so many things that have changed in culture. I mean, families across the board are broken up, so I can't completely say that's Black culture because that's society. I think culturally, Southern reunions and get-togethers are very much part of the Black community. Holiday gatherings and.
But are these? But when you say, like you said, if broken families are across the board, when you say these gatherings and holiday gatherings also, I mean, kind of a nationwide thing. I mean, everybody does that.
Yeah, I've seen it more happen in the South. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen in the North. I just don't have that experience.
Where have you
And of
hung
course,
with more
kids are out of school.
Blacks? In the North or the
I'm
South?
sorry, what?
Where have you associated with more Black Americans, in the North or in the South?
Primarily urban versus suburban. It doesn't more in the South than in the North if you're looking at it that way. However, primarily more inner city and urban areas.
So you've dealt more with the inner city? You say more Blacks in the inner city?
Actually, more multicultural all the way around.
Okay. So what you have observed from when you have, been around Black Americans, I mean, what is it that stands out to you that you find different than other cultures?
Mm-hmm. Anger, hurt, and pain.
Anger, hurt, and pain. Explain.
From generational inequality, from not having rights that should have been afforded.
What rights do you think What were you referring to when you say that?
Sometimes it's jobs, sometimes it's positions, whether it's a city council, whether it's or political. Sometimes it's just for a lot of different reasons.
So would you say, as generations have progressed in Black Americans, that Blacks in America have gotten better jobs? They've been afforded affirmative action. Do you think that that was a benefit to Black Americans?
I'd like to say yes, but I think it should have been the person who deserved the job, not necessarily what their skin color was or their racial profile was.
Do you think that would have worked out without affirmative action?
No, I think it definitely opened up some of the glass ceilings that were definitely in place. So it was necessary, and they've actually started backpedaling with the what's the word that you just said?
Affirmative action.
Yeah, they're starting to backstep with that
Do you think that's the right thing
politically.
to do, since people have kind of started to level the playing field?
I'm not sure because I have not been watching politics for quite a while, so I'm not exact. I can't give an intelligent, researched answer on that.
So you say that it kind of helped Blacks get in positions they may not have gotten into without it. Um, so when you look at African Americans, Black Americans, niggas today, would you say they are better off than they were 30 years ago, in your opinion?
I think across the board we're all a little better than we were, and we're all a little worse than we were. I don't think that that is specifically to the Black culture, but when it comes to the Black culture, I don't have an opinion on that.
But we're talking about Black culture tonight, so you should have an opinion on
True.
Black culture.
There's things that I completely understand is there is definitely a sense of unity, and there is a sense of pride. There is a sense of a lot of good and bad. There's hurt and pain that hasn't been resolved from, I guess they call it the generational curse. I'm not exactly sure if that's the right word I want, but it's not that it needs to ever be forgotten, but there's just so much pain and resentment being held that sometimes it's difficult.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I get where you're going. So I'm asking you this. When someone says, when I say these next two words, I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind. There's no restriction on the word usage. There's no limit to what you want to say. I just want the what immediately comes to mind when I say this. Black culture.
Fashion, music, food, family, representation.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Similar to the one I just asked. Two words. And I want you to tell me immediately what comes to mind. American culture.
Pride, unity, country.
I'm gonna ask you one last question. Be my final word test.
Okay.
2 words. Hispanic culture.
Pride, family, um, honor.
Do you remember what you told me for the black culture?
Yeah.
What were those again?
Family, music, fashion, and I know there was one more. I just forgot it.
It's gonna be fashion, music, food, family, and representation.
Yep.
And for American culture, we had pride, unity, and country.
Mhm.
And for Hispanic culture, pride, family, and honor. Do you
Mhm.
think black culture lacks pride?
No. I think that there's a lot of anger and a lot of hurt, and sometimes that sidelines the pride.
What do you think a black person is feeling when they say black power?
It's self-empowering. It's to be united with the culture.
What is the culture?
Black culture.
Very interesting because I do, like I said, I value everybody's opinion. So it's nice to see, how someone views it, and especially someone who is close to it, but not necessarily immersed in it. Sees it. So I
Exactly.
find it interesting. So okay.
I will
All right.
always be an outsider, but have the privilege of being invited
Yes,
and always knowing that I'm invited.
Miss Bell has a permanent pass to the cookout.
Oh, that's sweet.
Any other thoughts on black culture this evening, Miss Bell?
Uh, no.
I got one
I'd
more
like to
question
hear
for you.
from everybody else.
I actually do have one more question for you.
Sure.
How do you feel that black women are upset that a white man left a black woman, a white woman, being a white woman yourself?
I think jilted is being jilted. She just got more weight out of it because the person was famous. Because it happens in everyday society. I mean, look at Kanye. He was married to Kim Kardashian. Now he's married to a white woman. And nobody's said anything about that.
Hmm. But I mean, his hand was kind of forced in that one. But okay, because I mean, depending on who you ask, they're going to view Kim Kardashian as a white woman. So I mean, so some people
Well,
aren't going to
okay,
look at
she
that as
may not
different.
be a person of color, but she's definitely not 100% Caucasian either.
I definitely agree with that. But like I said, you have some people believe if it ain't black, it's white. That's it. Some people view things very, very black and white. But okay, I mean, I understand that. Okay, so you say just a jilted lover or jilted fans, I guess you could say. That's going to be very
Well,
interesting.
to be perfectly honest, my husband's first two wives were both black, and I'm white, so
They say third time's a charm.
it was for us. All right, I'll let you go, and hopefully everybody else will call in, and we'll get some really good input tonight.
I hope so. I hope so. Let us see what happens. Miss Bell has gotten it started. Miss Bell has rung the bell, issued a challenge, and we're gonna see who calls in. We're gonna see what happens.
Excellent. Good night.
Good night, Miss Bell. Thank you for calling in.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Miss Bell for being a trooper, right? Because some of y'all be in the chat hating on Miss Bell. Don't ever ever call in, just be hating on Miss Bell. At least she has, I won't say the cojones. That might not be right. Tetones? I don't know what tetones. I don't know how to say that. To call in and speak her opinion, right? Even if it may be unpopular, even if y'all may not agree, hey, shout out to Miss Bell for setting the tone. Very interesting. Extremely interesting. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Hello, hello. Did not, hold on. Okay. Might have, I guess answer, but I guess it did not. Okay. Feel free to call back. Play as fuck up. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have?
Leave it up to a nigga to give a white woman a invisible invitation to a cookout that don't even exist, and niggas ain't even invited. It's a bunch of niggas that ain't even invited to this invisible cookout. Leave it up for a nigga. Leave it up for a nigga to invite a white woman to an invisible cookout where all niggas don't even got an invite. Go ahead, fix up your little tie and whatnot. You all spiffy. Look.
This is true. Look, y'all know, you know my rule. It's a 3 nigga limit at my cookout. Because more than 3, I will not be.
No. They get to sit outside the fence. Now, if you want to give them a plate, you want to wrap them hoes in a plate. Not no styrofoam plate neither. A paper plate, because it's gonna tip over. You gotta put it in a paper plate, and don't double plate it. Put it in there. Put it in a regular little paper plate, and with no silverware. Let them eat with their hands, because that's what they was doing before they got introduced to us. They was eating with their hands. So, yeah.
So they can't even get a double plate, man. Not even
no,
double plate.
Paper plate. Let them put the plate, because when you give it to them, they need to put it on the floor, on the ground, like how it used to be back in the day. Put your food on the ground, eating with your hands and whatnot, and no utensils. Ain't no point of giving them no packets of salt and pepper, no ketchup neither, because they don't use seasoning anyway. So you keep that for us. We need all the seasoning we need. We need all the seasoning we got, But hey, my brother, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good this evening, Mr. Kid. Man, they can't get in the gate. They can't get a double plate. Hey,
that's right. Outside the gate. What Trey Songz and them said? How you gonna hate out and you can't even get inside the club? You can't even get inside the club. You're gonna be outside with everybody else with your paper plate. And it's a 3-plate maximum, so only 3 of them getting plates. So choose wisely.
So, Mr. Ken, you obviously had some thoughts about the previous caller. Were there some things that you maybe felt some disparities with?
Well, unfortunately for the previous caller, I just got home and did my unwinding and showers and whatnot, and just turned on the TV, and you popped up, and I just got the tail end of what she said. I came in on, I'm pretty sure most of it was some bull swank. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure most of it was some bull swank. I came in on you asking some questions, and one of the things that stood out, I wish I would have caught the full call, because I'm pretty sure I would have more. But one of the things that stood out when you asked her what is American history to her, and see, this is why, history, it ain't, black history should not just be for black people. Black history is American history. It should not be separated. Because when you separate it, shoot, even when it's not separate, even when it's combined, they pick and choose what's what. You gotta start from you gotta start from the beginning. If any white person is asked the question, what is American, you said American culture?
American culture, yes.
You gotta start from how America was founded. I mean, you gotta start from there, because how it was founded is how it's going. It was founded on raping and pillaging and slavery. That's what the America that we know of, not the America before the clear people came over here. Because before the clear people came over here, it was Africans and Native Americans over here, and some of them Native Americans with Africans. So you got to start. You got to start from how it was founded, because, like I said, how it was founded, like it really hasn't changed, and that's why you hear a lot of white people, when you ask them about what's white culture, they're speechless. Especially the white people who were born here. We're not talking about the white people who came here from Poland and Europe and all these other places. The people who were born here in generations upon generations upon generations that leads back to slave master, those white people. Many of them say they have no culture. Because if you think about it, what is white culture? What is white culture besides, and you can't even say, you have to go off of what time period, you see, because you can't even say country music is white culture, because country music was black culture at one point. So we have to go in time periods, because things have changed and flip-flopped, and soul and rock and roll was founded by black people. So again, Elvis Presley was copying Little Richard and them. So this culture, it's not even original. It's not even original. It's stolen. Most of it is stolen. That's why when you ask many of them, they don't have anything to say. What? What is there to say? What did she say? She said pride. Yeah, pride.
Pride.
Yeah.
Unity.
Yeah.
And country.
Unity.
UNITY.
You gotta let her know, right? So pride. Yeah, because see, pride. Go ahead and throw that white in there, white pride, and that white pride is literally, it hasn't really changed from where back in 1816, was it? 1817? That's the pride of having the power that comes along with the whiteness of this country. They have unity. Yes, they have unity. They have great unity, whether they're in the wrong or the right. I appreciate their unity. Great, wonderful. Because they're on code. They know that they benefit from the acts that was done from their fathers and forefathers. And they benefit from all of that. There's great unity. Even when they're wrong, they don't really tear each other down like that. Even though there's some people who don't like Trump, who's white, they don't really They're not really Trump. Like, black people swear for God they hate Trump. I don't know why, but uh, white folks, they're not out here popping their gums like that, like loudly about Trump. They may be under the covers, but they very much so have unity. I rock with that. Um, but I also know that they need unity in order to keep their power. They have to be united, no matter what. So yeah, I mean, I disagree with that whole thing. If you're going to start from white culture, you have to start from where it originated here in America, white American culture, because most of what these power structures have, these corporations, it all is traced back from free labor and black people not being able to create or have their patents for their inventions and things. Like Thomas Edison is a known thief. Whether the Jack Daniels is a known thief. He stole the recipe for the Jack Daniels liquor from a black man who couldn't get a patent for the whiskey that he created. Many of these inventions were stolen. Black people couldn't get the patent. It was illegal. But to get on the black culture, I mean, if you're talking about black culture from 1968 on up, because of the PSYOP and us falling into it, to me, black culture from the 59, 70 on up until now, to me, is death culture. It's death. It's all death.
Why did it become that way?
I mean, the PSYOP. It was a clear. I mean, you talk about your people, in slavery 400 plus years, boom. So let's say you live to be 100 years old. So that's like 4 100-year-old family members of yours, right? If you live to be 100, which was rare back then. So that's a long time. So you have people born into that, and that's all they know. They're born into that. Then you talk about them being emancipated, and many of them didn't even know that they were emancipated. And some of them, when they did find out, they ended up still staying with the slave master because that's all they knew. And so then you go after that, there were still slaves like back in the 1920s. There were still slaves in the South. Then you talk about that, and then you talk about the Jim Crow era. That's another, 40 years? And then after that, then you bring in, because Hollywood was dying. This is like real deal Holyfield. Hollywood was dying. White people were not going to the movies like that at a certain point in the late 60s. And Hollywood was dead. Then came the black exploitation films. Superfly, pimps slapping their women and having many women on the side, and this cool walk, Shaft. You have all these films of Cleopatra. You have all these films popping up, that is a detriment to the black community who were family oriented at that time, who were trying to build communities at that time. So those films, black people were just so excited to see themselves on film. Before then, the only black person that was on film were a maid. That's it. a service worker. That was all you saw as a black person in film. And black people did go to the movies. Even when there was all white cast, black people still went. So you have these black exploitation films where everyone is black, and because that's all they got. They just going to the movies and like they selling out. Selling out. Now for 10, 15 some odd years, they built Hollywood back up. Black people did. But at the same time, they've injected the poison, which is seeing themselves as pimps and hoes and being slapped around, no family, irresponsible sex. They were injected with that at the same time. Then you go into the crack era, late 70s throughout the 80s. Like I'm very honest, like my mother was a crackhead for 30 plus years. Like that affected so many people. So many people. And at that time, it was war on drugs. It wasn't like it is now with the white people having their opioid addiction and they're saying it's an addiction. And we need to give them counseling and they don't need to go to jail. They need counseling. But when black people was on crack, it was war on drugs. Lock them up.
I got a question for you. Do you think that there's a different perception when someone is promoting the downfall of their own, i.e. black folks singing crack music, basically celebrating the crack and then praising the crack and everything is done for them and how it's got them rich, even though it's at the detriment of their own people, versus people who are saying, hey, this is a negative, this is hurting our folks. And again, I'm not saying that it's a perfect one-to-one, but I'm looking at the war on drugs more so from the angle of targeting those who are actively promoting it. And that is what is associated with the black culture part of it versus the white culture part of it. They're in mass not perpetuating or celebrating or, telling people go out and sell pills to your mama, your cousin, your uncle, whoever might buy them, and that's how you get rich.
Okay.
Do you think the perception is different?
So the comparison between black and white people, it can never be equal. It could never, ever, ever be equal. White people had financial knowledge, centuries upon centuries upon centuries upon centuries upon centuries. That knowledge that black people did not have. Black people couldn't even get life insurance in the 20s. It was illegal. It was illegal for black people to own homes in Oregon. So you can't compare, well, white people, they're not promoting. Yeah, because they've had the tools set in place for centuries upon centuries upon centuries, and they haven't had that toxic waste injected into them like we have. Again, you're jumping from the psyop of the black exploitation films. You jump from that to crack, but you're not taking into account the toxic waste that's what's injected into black people from watching and injecting those visuals into their system for 10, 15 years before crack. For 10, 15 years, they saw themselves as pimps and hoes and irresponsible sex and drugs. Like, that's what they saw themselves as. 10, 15 years. Then came, and you're talking about seeing that before having therapy throughout your generation, before being healed of your generational whatever that came from slavery through Jim Crow. You're talking about a group of people that haven't had any healing from slavery up until recently. People are now doing the work these past couple years. There's been people here and there like in the 90s, there was, doing the work on their Black Power stuff, you know what I'm saying? And in the 80s, you can't forget about the Black Panther Party. But even with that, you had people raping women in the Black Panther Party and raping kids. Like, so even with that, there was still toxic waste within that as well. So you can't really compare the two of that Black people are telling each other drugs and everything and sex is it's a great way to live, while white people aren't doing the same, because again, white people have had the resources from since they came here. They came here and interrupted Black life. They've had the resources. Black people really didn't start getting the resources like that. I mean, you're talking about the resources that Black people did get in the 40s and the 20s. Their stuff was stolen from them and burned out. You talk about the Black Wall Street in Tulsa. You talk about the Black Wall Street in Raleigh, North Carolina. We really know about North Carolina one, but I'm from there. Like there were many Black towns that rose up, but between it being burned down, between that and between the Civil Rights Movement, with them wanting to interject themselves into white spaces and forgetting about the Black ones, between that, the resources kind of weren't there. And then you push Black people to move into the inner, like the project areas. You build those spaces for them to stay there. Whenever they want to move into an upper class area that maybe have some white people there, white folks is moving out the neighborhood. The property value decreases. Sooner or later that. Huh?
I say, well, why is it? Why does the property value decrease when Negroes start to come around? Is it just because they're Black?
Well, you're talking about at two different times. Now, because a lot of Black people have a habit of not taking care of whatever space they have. Now, but back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, even here in New York, Black people was getting pushed out their neighborhoods in Staten Island. Staten Island was heavily racist, heavily, and it still is. Staten Island, Long Island, still is. But back then, it was just because they were Black, period. Just simply because they were Black. Not because, they're going to tear it up. They're not going to keep their yards clean. It ain't have nothing to do with that. Now, up until like you get into the 80s era, then that that may be valid, that Black people would not keep their space clean or X, Y, and Z. But I'm not excusing the way it is now with Black people. Again, I believe that Black culture from the 70s on up is death. It promotes death. Everything it's about, it's death. There is no pride in it. It's the food is death. It all leads to death. The music is death. The movies we're in is death. It's all drugs and crime. It's death. It's just all death. You have the churches, which I am. I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. I don't go by the titles of Christianity and all that type of stuff. But even with Black churches, there are so many Black churches throughout the United States that I've went to growing up, even up until now. I don't go anymore. But you rarely see a Black church that has a nice sized congregation You rarely see them owning, like buying a home within that town or city that is for, a battered woman's home or a home for people who've gotten out of jail to rehabilitate themselves. You rarely see things like that. You rarely see the money going back out into helping the community. Sure, they'll pay a light bill here and there, but with all the money, it's $1 billion industry a year, revenue a year. Come on. Some of that money should go back out into the community. So even with the black churches, I'm like, that's not death. But in a sense, when you talk about the population of the black church, most of them are fat and overweight, and that's not preached about on Sunday. The preacher's fat, first lady's fat, deaconess fat, the mothers is fat, and then they got the nerve to be selling barbecue plates after service. Y'all selling nigga. Y'all, it say that you're not supposed to even eat pig, and you got the nerve to be selling it to your people. What kind of sense does that make? So even that, to me, it leads to death. Am I right or am I
right? Oh man, you know what? I don't think I can dispute you on that. I didn't grow up in a black church, but from what I've seen,
No?
what I have observed, and been privy to, you might be on to something. Everybody fat in this motherfucker. You ain't lying. And I think about all the celebrity preachers and shit out there. Celebrity black preachers. They all the only ones I
It's
know seem to be
fat.
overweight. Yeah, you ain't lying.
Fat.
So
Look
yeah.
at all the singers, the gospel singers. They fat, nigga. How you gonna be at least get that together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we all sin.
Oh my God.
But at least get that sin together. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least get that together. Because you already gonna lie and stuff. Niggas gonna lie. Niggas going, if the bill collectors call them and lie, say they ain't home. Whoop-de-whoop. Whatever. You get a ticket, you gonna lie. At least get your weight together. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, to me, it's death. I'm not making excuses for black people because I push both black women and men to be responsible and accountable for their acts. It makes no sense that for black women to get over 900 aborted babies a year. That to me is crazy. You're aborting, not a year. I'm sorry, a day. 900 black babies are aborted a day. And only a small percent, like 1.2% of that is coming from rape. Someone I went to high school with, she already had 6 abortions before our sophomore year in college.
What?
From irresponsible sex. Like, you talk about the crime, the death, the killing of the babies. Like, bruh, it's all death. It's death. To me, it ain't nothing else but death. So I'm not making excuses for the way black people live their lives today. All I've done is done my work on learning why. That's all. Same way when you go to psychologists and you talk with them about what's going on with your life, and they go back into your childhood, and then they kind of piece things together. Oh, that's why you do this. Oh, that's why you do that. It's no excuse, it's just making sense of it all. Like, okay, I understand why, but it's wrong, but I could get the psychological mindset of why.
Yeah, you have definitely unpacked quite a bit, and I don't think I'm gonna get over the preaching the first lady being fat, at least not
Nigga, you know
anytime
they.
soon. But
And
that's
I'm pretty sure Broderick got something to say about that. He's gonna be mad about that. He's talking about the fat church people. But listen, niggas gotta deal with it. Niggas gotta deal with it. And there's a lot of fat people that get upset when I say that. Nigga, you fat. A lot of fat people out here. I mean, I'm just saying, at least get that stand together. That's something you can work on.
oh man, that's funny. Um, I had a question, but I forgot. It has completely slipped my mind because yeah, but okay, I can't disagree with you. You know, death that is a very very accurate statement. So black culture today is death. You know, I thought it used to
So,
be more like they don't even make happy songs anymore. You know,
nope,
you got your
they
fat
don't sell.
daddies. We don't want that shit. But that's another thing, you know, 'cause what you mentioned earlier that we talk about other people in the industry who push a certain narrative. Well, like I say, we have black folks now who have access to make any kind of music you want to. You can put out anything you want to from your basement. And people put out good music and people still don't want it. You might catch a little happy song here or there, but for the most part, the people that get on are these independent artists who pushing the death, like you said, and then some mainstream A&R or somebody finds, okay, this motherfucker is particularly evil, has a particularly good story that I can push, and they scoop him up and they promote him to the world. This motherfucker been shot 52 times and killed 107 people, and he can rap. And they promote that shit, and the motherfucker goes mainstream, and people celebrate, and people love it, and people root for these people. People who actually sing about, like you say, killing, murder, and all this stuff. People champion their causes. So I feel you. I feel you. And it is definitely death.
Yeah, I mean, but it'll get worse because the music industry is dying out. They're not making money like they used to because of streaming. So, um, you see like the Sexy Red, the Spice Racks, you'll see like a lot of them being signed because the music industry is literally grasping straws now. They're just getting anyone who they know that will sell. That's low vibrational at this point. Everyone knows that, that people love a good death song. We going we gonna be like, oh, why was such and such killed? Why was the Migos killed? But then we dancing to the death music after that. Like it makes no
Oh,
sense.
no, I apologize, Mr. Kent. I have been reminded. I remember what the question was.
Okay.
I was sent a special message, a very special message, inquiring if, in fact, you were called a porch monkey.
When the other day,
Yes.
there was a lot of going back and forth. I heard porch. I don't think she said monkey, but she probably did. I'm not for sure. Um, but I definitely heard. Okay, she said porch, and I said because someone said, "Oh, she brought up the porch monkey again," and she was like, "No, I just said porch," and I was like, "You just said porch, but you wanted to add the monkey after that." And she said, "It's not about what I thought; it's about what I said." So she basically admitted to even thinking the monkey part. She didn't have to say it.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like, nigga, you inviting these. She's basically. I don't even know why she's here. I don't even know why she's here. Like, it's just like when I go, okay, it's probably just to gain more information about the black because I go into racist spaces all the time to gain knowledge about what they say and how they move and things. In Facebook groups, oh yeah, I'm in there. I have a white profile, the whole nine. So she's probably one of them that's just gaining whatever knowledge. She claims she has interracial people in her family. I don't care. Like, come on. Like, the interracial doesn't bother. But she definitely said it doesn't matter what I said. No, it doesn't matter what I thought. All that matters is what I said. So she definitely alluded to thinking monkey, which is cool, you know. Um I saw she does like this whole repeating what I say but in a different way type of thing, and I think I'm better than her when I never said that. When people say that, you think I'm better than you. See, a lot of white people be knowing they like borderline, like they are beneath the people, but because of the power structure is what holds them up. So without the power structure, there would be nothing. Without guns, there would be nothing. A lot of them can't fight. They'll do a cute little Power Ranger drop kick, little kick, you know, little kick and whatnot. They're not good fighters. Even if say without the guns, they would not have been running stuff like that.
So when you say Power Ranger dropkick, which color Power Ranger specifically?
The pink one, the
The pink one?
the
Okay.
pink the pink one. Yeah, they do a nice little kick. Even at the Alabama anti-black attack, sweet tea party, one of the dudes did a Power Ranger kick there. I'm telling you, that's their favorite move. They gonna do a Power Ranger, Pink Ranger kick. They gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, like I have been saying since the beginning that I don't. I am prejudiced, and I make that known. That's not something that I run away from, and it is what it is. No one's going to change that except for God. And I'm not one of the black people that roll over and roll the red carpet for white people. I'm just not that one. And that is what that is. I ain't gonna call you out your name, not to your face at least. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna disrespect you like that. You know what I'm saying? But even with her, I'm just not in the space to like go back and forth with people. As I told you before, when I came back here, I'm not in the space to be calling people names, and you know, I'm just not in that space anymore. So, I'm just not in it. But yeah, I'm about to go. Someone said hi to me. I think it was I forgot. I'm looking on my TV. So many whether it's insults about me or there's quite a lot. I can't forget. Someone said hi. It wasn't Dre. It was somebody. Whoever it was, hi. Someone said, "What's up?" What's up? But yeah. You have anything else for me, Hunter?
No, sir. That's all I have this evening. Definitely some very interesting and somewhat controversial comments made. But I can't say that I necessarily dispute too much of what you said.
Well, you didn't ask me about how I feel about Mexicans,
Well,
Mexican culture.
that was a test. The reason why I asked those particular questions was to uh, elicit a certain response from Miss Bell and to initiate a comparison. But how do you feel about our Hispanic amigos y amigas?
Those are my brothers, man. Those are my brothers and my sisters. I really love the Hispanicals, the Hispanics. Told you like I'm in a building full of Hispanics. They bring me food. They invite me to their gatherings. I don't drink, but they would bring me beer, and you know, they're really nice people. They're very family oriented, and they're really good people. They're hardworking. Yeah, they're good people. I I rock with the Hispanics. I rock with everybody really, except for like white people. I rock with everybody.
So do you have any white friends, associates, people, I wouldn't say in your inner circle, but relatively close that you associate with on a regular in any form or fashion? Willingly?
Um, unless it's a client and they book me, that's it. I don't have any friends, white friends, or any associates. Okay, I take that back. I do have a couple white people who book me for different gigs in the entertainment field. Yes. Um, but as in associates and friends, anything on that level, no. Business, yes. I deleted all of my high school white classmates. Like I'm really serious about this. Like I deleted
Really?
them all. I
Was-
deleted them all.
So was your high school, what would you say the demographics were as far as white, black, Hispanic?
The town is like 62% black and like 40 some percent white back then. But the actual kids in the school, it was like 80% black, the rest white, 20% white. And I really didn't rock with them even in school. I did not rock with them. I mean, they just acted so funny to me. Very like funny. Even some of the white teachers used to act very funny to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because like I've been learning about like history since I was a kid, so maybe that helped me view them in a different, not so good light. And that's probably why I feel they don't want this whole race stuff in books and whatnot. Because it definitely contributed to me not really rocking with them like that, honestly.
Hmm.
And that may be good or bad. I don't know, but it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Ken, I definitely, as always, appreciate the conversation. And how we do every time after stream, if you're available, would definitely love to chop it up with you to Discord because there's a couple of things you said that I would like to expand upon a little bit more if you have the time.
For sure, for sure. Just look, I'm popping there. I ain't trying to argue with nobody. I just want to make that clear.
We're gonna keep
Clear.
it. We're gonna keep it easy.
You keep it easy. Say what up to Heidi. What up to Broderick? What up to Sarah? What up to Miss Grace? I don't know if she in there, but what up to Dre? And thank you for having me, my bro. You look spiffy tonight with your bow tie. You look like a Muslim.
I'm going to go sell bean pies immediately after the stream live in the Discord. I'm gonna bring everybody with me. I'm gonna go hit the block.
Look, nigga, send me a bean pie. They be bomb. And I rocks with the bean pies. Send me a couple in the mail. I'll see you
I've
some
never,
money.
I've never had a bean pie in my entire life. I don't even have an interest to taste a bean pie.
Bro, it tastes just like sweet potato pie, except for it's beans. It's made with the same like ingredients. Seriously,
I'm gonna
try it.
take your word. I'm gonna take your word for it. I will
Try
definitely.
it.
I'll take your word for
All right, my bro. I've been talking for too long. Uh, thanks for having me again. Stay
it.
black. What that means
Absolutely.
to you.
Uh, that's just a natural thing. Can't do nothing other. But I appreciate the call, my brother.
All right, deuces.
Shout out to Mr. Ken. So we got a couple of minutes left. Excuse me, pardon me. Got a couple of minutes left. A couple of things I want to expand about. First, I dropped the letting Big M find out what Cakes Up was the worst thing ever. Shout out to Trill, right? Shout out to Trill because first I appreciate the love, but two, Problem Child actually is one of my favorite childhood movies. Of all the shit I complain about remakes and all of that shit, like this day and age, I don't know. You probably shouldn't make a Problem Child today because kids are actually problem child. Like Problem Child back then, that was like a rarity. Kids nowadays, you made a Problem Child now. There's a kid whose story is worse than Problem. I just sent a thing in there where 10-year-olds stole their mama's fucking card because she took their electronic. I tell y'all, these kids don't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all cut them electronics off, cut their Wi-Fi off, cut them fucking Fortnite bucks off, cut them fucking what's the shit? What's the NBA 2K bucks? Cut all that shit off and see if your kids still love you. Them motherfuckers will turn on you so fast. You bitch. You cut off my fucking 2K V coins or whatever the fuck that shit is. You don't fucking love me, mom. Thought you fucking loved me. It'll be over. And they will fucking they will turn on you like no bullshit. They will fucking turn like these kids do not give a fuck about y'all. And I keep trying to tell people like the more you give, you're not pleasing them. You're just like we're gonna have a conversation about that later. But you know what I'm saying? You're like it's just it's terrible. What who call? I ain't see you calling. You get your ass in the damn the Discord. It's about that time because you trying to start some plex. But I'm doing 2 hours. I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Last time. You'll be in Discord. But so what I'm talking about, your kids are evil, V-Bucks, all that stuff. Yeah, like the motherfuckers return you. But anyway, Problem Child. But shout out to Trill. Say shout out to Trill. Appreciate the love. Yeah, I'm trying to be. What was it? Was there? I don't think there was a Problem Child 3, but I know Problem Child 1 was the little dude. Problem Child 2 was the little girl, and like she was worse than he was. And then I don't know if they ever made a Problem Child 3. If they did, I didn't watch it. But so there's that. All right. With that being said, what we got? We got like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm trying to be on time. I'm trying to keep things to a standard protocol of calling. But what we'll figure that out. We'll do that. But fat preachers is a fact. We need to talk about that in the Discord. We'll talk about fat preachers using all the damn church funds for Golden Corral and shit instead of serving their congregation. That type of stuff. So here's my thing. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. Ed Hunter HTX on Instagram and Twitter. All the links you need are in the description. Like I don't even remember all the shit I'm supposed to tell y'all. But I don't. I took a couple shots. I ain't gonna lie, it's all right, but it does its job. But I think I'm gonna stick back with that suggestion that Sarah suggested. That stuff was I'm looking for something. So yeah, what else? Tomorrow, To Be Tuesday. So I don't know how we're gonna handle it. We'll talk about this in the Discord. So make sure you're in the Discord immediately after the stream if you want to put your input on To Be Tuesday. Because so what To Be Tuesday is gonna be is we're going to watch a movie in the Discord, right? So like we'll do like a watch party type deal in the Discord. And so we've got to pick a movie, right? So it is what it is. But you say you want 5 now. I'll give you 5. Wait. We're gonna do a quick poll. Should Lady Licious get 5 minutes? 0 for no, 1 for yes. I'm gonna give y'all like 60 seconds. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. It's 10:58. So if we get this done by before 11, I'll give Lady Licious her 5 minutes. And she's gonna talk some shit and we're gonna fight. So that's I will fight a white woman. So don't think I won't. Right? Don't think I will not. I'm gonna put this timer on. Y'all got to run it. Y'all hurry up. I'll open the thing up if she should get a damn call. I got I don't even have my timer on. I'm just counting the clock watch on the deal. I don't even know what my fucking. I don't even think it's the right date. I don't even got the right shit up. Why do my clock not clocking? Anyway, give it like 30 more seconds. I'll count to 29. Counting turn. Count fast. See, of course, Michelle, you would be co-signing. Michelle, did you even vote? I don't even think you voted. So, therefore, ergo, pray tell. Count these votes. I got like 10 seconds to get your 0 or your 1 in. If I count these votes, we're gonna go from there. Why women so demanding? Y'all see, look, you wasted her 5 minutes. I can't just give 5 minutes. This supposed to be Black Culture Night. All the white people making all the rules. Miss Bell came in, bogarted everybody. Now the white women on the back end trying to make the money. Y'all see what I'm saying? I don't know. It's getting kind of Karen-ish up in here. Let me count these fucking votes. I see a Bell. I see a Dre. I see Michelle. I see Ty. And then I see Mike. I see Illusion. Let's see. Since this is Black Culture Night, I can't count Miss Bell. I can't count Michelle because they're Caucasian. So I can't count their votes. So that means that it is a draw, and I can't take the call. I'm sorry. Some of y'all watching the stream late as hell. Let me open the thing back up. Let me open it up. Lady Licious, you can call in. Let you get your couple of minutes. And then you can talk your 5 minutes of shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
You already know who it is.
I have no idea who this is. This could be any random woman in America.
Whatever. Hey, you gotta let them know that wasn't me the whole time. I was not calling back to back like that. Don't do that.
It could have been.
But anyway, what's up, Master? How you doing? You do look quite fishy today.
Well, thank you, Miss Douglas. I appreciate it. How are you? How are you doing today?
That man was about to make me go to sleep. I'm trying to work. I had to fucking open and close today. I'm trying to come into the damn show. Thought I was going to hear some shit. And he just wore us off to fucking death with his damn 2-hour call. And then you tell everybody else, oh, you know what? I ain't got time for y'all no more. I'm trying to crack his ass.
So you're insinuating that Mr. Ken took up an entire 2 hours of a 2-hour stream?
He
Is that what
did.
you're saying?
He definitely did. Because Bill was the only one that called in. I wanted to hear everybody else I wasn't gonna call it under that math, that subject because yeah, I'm just not. But yeah, that boy,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. I think some people in the chat, y'all got to make sure, like when y'all watching the stream, make sure that little red button by the word live is on, so y'all like up to date with everybody. Because I think it's a couple of folks who streams are like a little bit behind. Sometimes you pause, you go away, you come back or something, like it'll slow you up sometimes. So just make sure that little red
Why are you
button by
talking about
live
me?
is. I'm talking about people in general because I see people who are, I think
Oh,
they're still commenting to vote whether or not to let you call and stuff. So,
well,
but
it's too late.
no, yes, you're here now.
I'm
So,
already in.
did you have thoughts this evening, or were you calling to rally against Mr. Ken's call?
Man, look, he really irks me. Okay, he has. This is what put me off about him, like this, was little crying like this about this man, right? Is that he does have like some good points at times. But that on rambling shit about other stuff that I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about or where that even came from, like just totally off subject. Yeah, really gets on my nerves. Like, why does he have to do this all the time? And I'm glad that he, admits how prejudiced he is, even though he tries to say other times like hypocrite that he's not. But he is. He definitely is. He's not even prejudiced. Well, I guess so, because he is prejudiced against everybody, huh? That's crazy. And then he wonder why he ain't got no friends. And then he says the only person that gives him a motherfucking job is white people, but he got the worst to say about white people. I don't even. And really, what the fuck are they really looking for? What? I'm really trying to figure that out. Like, I could see everybody else's potential, Honcho, you know what I'm saying, even Mr. Reverend Broderick. I could see Bell, definitely Miss Gray. So what the fuck would he really have to bring to the table? You can't even stay on one subject with your ADHD ass. I don't get it. I really don't. And the shit hurts the fuck out of me. It really does. The only time that he actually made me smile was at the end of the conversation where he actually seemed like a decent human being. When he was like, oh, you know how to, you should try to be tired because it tastes like blah, 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 and then he made me giggle because there's something else he said. That's the only time I feel like he was a decent human being. Other than that, I really don't think he's worth a fuck. And then he say he don't wonder why he don't have friends or why nobody likes him and he acts surprised. I don't understand. And it just, it really does. And you give him 2 hours of your time when this could have been so much better of a conversation. And now I got my last little 2 minutes just to rant rave about his ass. And that was it for me as far as that goes. But you also said at the beginning of the stream that you just gonna cut me out about, or did you have something to say?
You said now what was going to cuss you out about what now?
That's what you said. You said at the beginning of the stream when you see me or whatever, you said that you had some firm talking to do to me or handle something about some argument.
I'm pretty sure you've been up to some type of tomfoolery or shenaniganery, so I'll find an excuse or a reason to justify that. Just give me some time.
Oh man, I'm the nicest person up in here. I don't even know what you mean.
I don't know. I think I've seen. I won't say of everybody, but I think we've all seen the bad side of everyone here. And so I think that, well, most of us, if you've been in the Discord, and probably somewhat in the chat, depending how active you are personally in the chat. But if you've been in Discord at any time, then you've seen the worst of some of the most consistent folks in here. So I mean, we all have our ups and our downs, and we all have our you know. We all have our days, even me, So I mean, it's just, I mean,
everybody got a little savagery. I guess.
He is outside the building.
Man, you know what? I was laughing because I was watching the old stream where I think you and Miss Ashley had a conversation, and something I forgot what she asked you, but she was like, "Today is debate day." Today, and you was yelling that shit, and that shit was so fucking funny
You said
because
I
the way you
should, wait a minute.
yeah,
You
because you were
said
like,
I said
today
what?
is debate day. Because you were yelling, today is debate day. Because Ashley asked you something, like, why are you doing something? And she's like, bitch, today is debate day. Today is debate day. And the shit was just, it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I was watching this shit the other day. But yeah,
Because
like I
Ashley
said,
really irks me too. Ashley is a terrible person too. I'm sorry. If you would sit here and be like, haha, well, your mom died and she said so, stuff like that. I mean, just some of the shit that she was saying to Missy, I mean, just really makes her ugly. I can't deal with people like that. I can understand some jokes, like even with Kenneth, like, I really don't take him. I think Ashley's actually worse than Kenneth to a very certain extent. I don't think Kenneth ever said anything about somebody's mom being dead and actually like kind of praising it or like throwing that in somebody's face. I don't think he's ever went that low. He just irks me on like how do you try to sound so smart but be so dumb at the same time? Stuff like that I just can't comprehend. But that's more of an annoyance thing. Ashley, I think she's just really all around ugly person.
well, sometimes, I think that some of us, and I'm not saying anybody in particular, that we can have past dealings with individuals that certain things may trigger feelings, and so even just hearing that person speak is going to ignite something a little bit
Oh yeah,
more, you know
definitely the
anger on
both of
the
them.
inside of you. But it's just like, but the thing is, but if you can acknowledge my good points, so maybe you just have to understand maybe it's a trait, but it's being exacerbated ain't the word, but it's being amplified because you have past dealings or past former conflicts, and so the little things that you don't like, they might not be that bad, like I say, but again, like I say, they become amplified because you already have certain feelings about certain things. It's not just you,
Honcho.
but there's plenty of people like this. So I think, do you think
No,
that
because
might not
I
be the
can
case?
honestly say that I agree with some of the stuff that he says. Like this shit about fat bitches in church and blah 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 blah, and how you gonna say you for the people and then sell plates? You know what I'm saying? I totally agree on that. Like I think that's fucked up. I'm not saying that they trying to carry you that far or whatever the case may be, but it's like if you're supposedly setting out for the community and you're trying to help somebody, why are you selling anything? You know what I'm saying? It should be
Well,
more like
Mr.
helping and
Kenneth,
providing, I guess.
he is trying to communicate with you in the chat. I don't know if you can see him in the chat
I
right
don't
now.
give a fuck. I do not care about nothing that
He
this man
he
has
he
to
is
say
he
at
is
all.
extending pleasantries your way. He is truly
You a
trying to
damn
extend.
lie. He better be glad I
What
can't watch this chat
what
and talk
what
at
would
the
I
same
lie?
time.
What do I
What do
have
you
to
mean?
lie for?
So you are the most instigating person up in here, okay? Besides Trill, all right.
Well, what Miss? Listen, you have been shooting random slugs tonight. It just you just got on here,
I'm
just
just messing.
what I'm saying. You got on here with your little 380. You know what I'm saying? And you just shot a couple of randoms. I didn't call it straight. I didn't even do anything to anybody.
Oh,
I'm trying
okay.
to
I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying to tell you that Ken is truly, honestly trying
I don't.
to
I
extend
don't believe it.
an olive branch,
For what?
a
Okay, say
dove,
one.
or what?
All right, read one thing that he said that was to me, please, and be
Okay, let me
honest,
see. Let me
word
see.
for
Hold on.
word.
Let me roll back. Let me scroll back. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. All
Go
right.
ahead, pick the nicest thing.
Let me pick the nicest thing.
Oh, is he
Uh,
telling? Is he trying to tell me what white people hire him for the
no.
entertainment? Because he's
Mm-mm.
definitely entertainment.
He said to. He said, "What's your cash app? He'll send you a little something, something to make you smile."
I'm not
He said
worried
you.
about. I don't need
He said you
nothing.
sound hurt.
I sound hurt. A motherfucker is stressed, works hard, but never hurt about anything. He's just annoying, and I'm just be honest about it. And it irks me just like he irks some other people in the den as well. But it's just like that hypocritical shit is the shit that I just can't stand. But Cash App, nah, baby, you can't do nothing for me, especially not Cash App wise. Thank you. You and Mr. Y'all can sit here and have this little persona or, think what you want to think or whatever because I damn sure don't care about your living situation. I hope you're doing well. So even little shots like that, like kind of, yeah, it kind of bothers me a little bit because you don't know me from Adam and Eve. And I'm not talking about anything as far as what you said. You know what I'm saying? He said that he don't have no friends. He said that he has only white people that hire him. He said he's prejudiced, racist. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what am I saying wrong? Or even trying to make up that I feel like that he needs money or talking about somebody's living status. That's the same thing Ashley was trying to fucking say, and that's the same thing that he said on last conversations. Talking about something about I live in a trailer and blah blah blah. Yeah, I remember. It don't bother me because I don't. But, it is what it is. I mean, you can tell somebody over the internet until your face turns blue what you have and what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? The people going to think what they want to think. So it is what it is. I mean, I play Call of Duty all day. I mean, not all day, but they
Ain't
be
no
talking shit
good
in there
on
all the
you. Ain't
time. Like,
ain't no good on no Call of Duty. That's
whatever.
what
I
you
am
trying to.
sometimes. Okay, not all the time, but sometimes, I gotta get my little pew 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 thing, you know what I'm saying? Got to at least it's just on Call of Duty. I don't, that's
She
my
be on there
release
running
right
around
there,
with the damn
honestly.
Nicki Minaj suit and shit.
No, no,
Mhm.
they did Nicki Minaj on there dirty. Why her damn pants look like it got a big ass pea stain on it? Because
That's
like,
terrible.
they did her dirty. I don't like it. The only time Nicki Minaj looked like Nicki Minaj on that game is when she looked to the side or some shit. Other than that, it's like, who is that? Really? Y'all tried it. But okay. And the Izzy chick, I
Well,
don't even know who the fuck she is, but okay, whatever.
well, Miss Lady Licious, I do appreciate you calling in. I do appreciate talking to you. But it's time for the after party.
Hey.
It's time to get in the Discord. And we will have a community discussion about some things. We definitely got to talk about Tubi Tuesdays. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my ass
Yeah.
tired, so it's easy to talk in the Discord. But
Well,
I do
as
appreciate
always, I appreciate you, Lonzo. I'm not going to hold you up. I know you got to go. So, but any time that I think, it's just for shits and giggles, you guys, what I'm saying? I might rant and rave about some stuff, but it is what it is. Other than that, it's never anything against you, Lonzo. I was really just bullshit. Mhm. But I love y'all. I love my damn folks. I love you too, and I appreciate everything. So I'll see you later.
Stacey. Excuse me, Miss Lady Listen, we love you as well, and thank you for calling in this evening. You have a good evening. Hopefully, we get to talk to you soon.
All right.
See, y'all see what happened? 5 minutes turned into 105 minutes. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that was longer than 5 minutes. But she shot a couple of random strays, shot a couple of random slugs. I think I caught one. Trill caught one. I don't even know if Trill in here. He caught one. Ashley caught one. I don't think Ashley was even in here. And she was just shooting at Ken. Why, Miss Lady Listens? Can't we all just get along? I thought, see, this is the violence we're talking about in Black culture. But that's why the motto used to be "We all friends in the den." But after a while, I started to notice that we're not all quite friends in the den. So I got to come up with a new slogan because I want to do a new logo for the den. Like I really been plotting on doing a new logo. So I got to come up with a new slogan and then new logo. What we got going on here? Hold on.
See how they have money inside the house there. Something, and when you finish the house, look up there. Come there.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to this one. Hold on. We're gonna say that. I've seen this. We're gonna talk about this. Because we got a couple of things we're gonna talk about tomorrow. We're gonna deep dive into that. We're gonna deep dive into that Kelsey combo tomorrow. But we got some so I want to look. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all this is what's gonna happen. Real den folk, I don't really try to hide shit from you. I try to be very transparent. I'm going to start doing more of those type of topics because I'm looking like it's a little Papoose Remy video. It's done a little bit better than some of the other videos, and just to kind of get the momentum going, just kind of how this thing works. So, I'm going to see more videos and topics with some name dropping and some leverage. Y'all know I don't like that shit. It's not going to necessarily be clickbait, but it's going to be to attract, some new victims into the den. I think we've got to the point where a lot of us, no, I'm lying. I wouldn't say a lot of us got tired of punching on each other, but we definitely still like punching on each other. But, some fresh meat is always good. So don't be surprised if, y'all see new names slide in because of the topic matter. But I've noticed that putting Remy Ma and Papoose and stuff like that in the title isn't thing. So I got a couple other topics that are going to deviate from the topics I originally wanted to do, but right now, it's not about getting that momentum going. Still got to get to that 3,000 watch hours. I think we're like at a little over 1,500. So if you're bored, you got some free time, pull up an old den and watch it. It will definitely help. Shit, play it in the background while you ain't doing shit. Yeah, so that shit all the minutes can count as watch time. Anyway, let's get the fuck up out of here, man. Let's go. We're finna get in the fucking Discord. I'll put the Discord link in here. I'm gonna revamp some things. I do got, like I said, a couple new things I'm gonna start doing with the den. I'm gonna keep this on set. I like being in the TV. I miss being in the TV, right? It feels natural being in the TV. For whatever reason, I like this better than being on the whole fucking screen in the TV. It's cool. I don't know. Put this shit. Let me put the link in the thing. I'm gonna be in the Discord. I'm already in the Discord, I think. So, yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh wow, this is gonna be a very interesting. Look, I'm in the Discord, man. I'm that's funny as shit. Yeah, the reveal. All right, so Discord link of the thing. Beat me there, don't meet me there. I'm sliding them, and I appreciate all the love this evening. All you wonderful men folk. It is an honor. It is a privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure. I fucks with y'all, man. Make sure you take care of yourselves until tomorrow night. Get in the Discord if y'all want to talk about Tubi Tuesday and how we gonna handle Tubi Tuesday, because I'm really looking forward to this. Like, I got a couple ideas to kind of. We'll just talk about it in the Discord. Y'all be there, man, and yeah, let's go. Let's get it. I'm in this thing. I'm going. Be in the Discord. I'm trying to tell you, if you're not in the Discord, you miss like on the biggest part of the den. The Discord is den times 10. Imagine all the people you see talking shit in the chat, like talking shit in a voice chat, like literally talking shit, and all this like, and it's just no holds barred. It's a madhouse. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let me get the fuck about it. There's people already in the. It's already people in the good. Y'all in that thing already. Bet. All right. Bet. Yeah, shout out to them Texans, man. Shout out to the man. Salute to the Texans. CJ Stroud. I've been with the Stroud crowd, you know what I'm saying? It's just like people, we're Texans fans. They just overreact one way or the other, as always. But in the Discord. It's about 5 or 6 of y'all already in that thing. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, please. If y'all don't do nothing, hit the fucking like button. All right, please hit the like button. But watch the show. But hit the like button. But hit the like button and watch the show. Watch the show twice and then tell a friend to watch the show. So y'all know what's about to happen. I told y'all get in Discord. I told y'all everything. I told y'all social media. I told y'all all the stuff. Y'all just sitting here waiting for me to end the stream like I'm gonna do it on a normal way, and it's just